What is going on, guys? It is Noza with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Strive patch and whether it's a good patch. Now I'm going to burst through everything that I'm going to go over essentially each character fairly quickly, just to let you know how I feel about each character. But again, before we get into it, I gotta ask, if you enjoy the content, just hit me with the like, hit me with a subscribe, and again, if you agree or disagree with my comments, then you're more than welcome to hit me up in the comment section and let me know what's up. All right, okay, so first things first, we gotta go through, I'm gonna go left to right on my screen. All right, so in regards to Testament has absolutely been killing it, in my opinion. I think the changes to his Gravedigger is just it's insane. The projectile has been in a very good spot where you can just keep throwing it out. It allows him to keep up the zoning pace a lot better now. It has become a little bit of an annoyance, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's been like over and over and over again. And honestly, without spin, I don't know how you normal people are doing it. Because honestly, I'm just spinning through that joint. I'm like, you know what? I'm not actually gonna block this. I'm just gonna either jump or spin. I don't know how you normal plebs be doing it, but it ain't for me. In regards to Jacko, I feel like Jacko is in a really good spot right now. Actually, a little bit of a controversial take on this is that I actually think Jacko has been in a good spot for a while now, and it's not necessarily that she is a bad character. It's more of you got kind of bad pilots. I think that it's similar to Anji players. You know, Anji is not a bad character. It's more of Anji has really bad pilots, and it's like, okay, I understand you want to spin, and I feel that, and I feel it internally, but at the same time, it can't be the only thing you do, right? But yeah, Jacko is in a really good spot, and honestly, if she gets you in the corner, one bar, you know what's up, loop, and then you just keep having to block. It's either block or take the hit, and then if you take the hit, you take like anywhere between 40, 50, 60, right? And then into a wall break positive, and then they can continue to zone you until you either A, get in and bombo them, or B, they finish the game zoning, right? That's pretty much how it looks for her. In regards to Nago obviously took a pretty significant nerf. The nerfs have been a little bit difficult for old boy to get through, but I think that he's still doing well. Honestly, you still have to. Here's the thing, it's like, if you had anti-Nago strats established before the patch, I believe they're even stronger now. Because if in the case where they can't be just continuously whiffing 2S in your face the entire time, then you kind of create this dynamic where it's like, okay, now you know that I know what's up, so now I know that you're gonna have to play me with a modicum of reasoning, right? You can't just be doing things to do things to me. And then in the case of players that can actually IBFD solidly, I believe that matchup goes even better for them, and they can succeed in that matchup. In regards to Milia, oh Milia, again, this is the character I played in tournament when I went to Evo. So in regards to her changes are not exactly straight gas, but at the same time, I feel like she's doing a little bit better, and a little bit as just like there's small quality of life changes that make her a little bit better to play. But for the most part, it's still very the thing with Milia is that you can just fly around the screen and move around the screen, which is fine, right? But the thing is that when it comes time to actually fight or box, it's like she can't hang, because what ends up happening is that it's like, okay, I can fly around you, I can move around you, I got the movement down, but eventually I'm going to have to interact with you. and if I lose that interaction, 70%. That is kind of the issue when it comes to it. Or you get 2K2D'd into a situation where you could potentially get destroyed, right? Moving on to Chip. Chip is in a pretty good spot, in my opinion. I think the changes have really helped him. People saying top 3. I don't know about top 3. I think there are stronger characters. Let me know in the comments if you really want to know who I think the top 3 are. Soul is currently, in my opinion, in the he's not in the abyss yet, but he's slowly creeping up on the abyss, and it's not looking good. But I think if you were maining Soul from the jump, or you've been maining Soul for like a solid while now, I think you'll be alright. That's how I feel about it. Kai is just the same, man. Like, the guard break super cool, and it's like, okay, let me not undersell the guard break super, because it's good, right? It is good, but it's he didn't really get the juice. But at the same time, Kai players pile it up. At the same time, stop complaining about your character, pile it up. May, she's a big girl on campus now. Whew. May is cooking, fellas, and that I feel like the scaling didn't even really do anything to her, because that would probably be the only thing she really, I feel, got nerfed on. And like the jump arc getting buffed, and getting the jump command normal getting buffed as well, is just makes her a very strong character this patch. I think she's doing well. I think in the next tournament that we'll see, might be Frosty, I believe. We'll see how well she does, but I think she's in a very good spot. Zato is Zato. I don't have anything else to say about this character. Zato is Zato. Yeah. What else? What else is there to say? It's just what it is. Ino is in a fairly decent spot. I still don't think that she's the greatest. Some believe that her stroke should get her plus frames back. I'm not really on that boat, but she's okay. Gold Lewis is... Funny thing about Gold Lewis, I kind of felt like the Gold Lewis community was like, oh, Drone's not that busted, bro. I just, I'm just doing the thing to you. I'm skill diffing you, I'm just better, right? I feel like they had that kind of approach to it. And then once once Drone got nerfed, it seemed like, they started to disappear. I don't know what's going on. It feels like the Gold Lewises are disappearing now that the Drone is gone. They did buff his alternate super. Then I never remember the name, but the other super, aside from Down with the System, that was it's a weird buff to have, I guess, but it could even be considered a nerf in regards to scaling and combos. But it does better often when you're trying to do specific counter hit combos. Geo is in a really good spot, in my opinion. I think her buffs are great. I think because she got a little bit more normalized in her damage output, she can really hurt you if you decide to get counter hit on anything now, I feel. Ram, she did get nerfed. Ram did get nerfed. However, I do believe if you were a solid Ram, let me put this out here again, if you were a solid Ram, I think you'll be fine. Personally, I think you'll be alright. We got Potemkin. Potemkin got buffed. Boy, I think Potemkin can hang, but at the same time, you kind of got a skill diff hard. But if you're not competing in it, it doesn't really matter. But I do believe that when it comes to pot, you got a skill diff pretty hard. Axel's changes have been pretty good to watch. I think that I haven't really come up against him too often, but I do think out of all the things that I've seen change about him, I think that his combo routes have definitely opened up a lot more, as well as his ability to get conversions, and I think this patch was trying to open up more conversions and open up more accessibility for different things, to allow you to do different things. And with that being said, I think the patch does a fairly decent job about going about that. Faust, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even want to talk about Faust because like Faust kind of I had a bad set against Faust, so, you know. Leo's like, I feel like Leo's a little bit of a net neutral in the regard where like regardless of what changes he got, it's just kind of like it's a little bit better to deal with now, I guess you could say, but it's still, the character overall is still pretty obnoxious. On to my main man Anji, you know what I mean? That 5H change is fire in my opinion, straight flames in my opinion. I think they did a really good job in regards to making his damage more consistent. So let's say in regards to the payout you get for round start spin, you get a close slash. Oh, that's a solid 65% to your chest with positive bonus to boot. Oof, it is beautiful. On top of which, the changes to Fujin having like a vacuum effect. Ooh, I think that is great because it now allows you to get a little bit better Oki once you've completed it, because in the past they would just kind of like backdash. Far slash and 2S personally I think it need a little bit of work, because like at max range it just kind of gets okay. Let me not say max range because that doesn't make sense, but like at like 3/4 of its range you can still backdash it very easily, and that makes it a little bit difficult, but I digress. Baiken pretty much stayed the same. There's nothing really much to talk about there. Baiken is cooking, and the fact that they made the cross up Yozanzen easier to combo into is a little bit obnoxious to me. Bridget, old girl, got the big buffs. And you know what? I'm gonna talk about it. Bridget's teabagged me, so you know, Bridget can hold that respectfully. You know, Sin was too new. Obviously, he's still trying to get developed, but overall, I think he's in a relatively good spot. If you want to play one of those mid-tier characters, you just got a skill diff. That's kind of what it is. Happy Chaos actually got nerfed, but at the same time he's existing. I'm not gonna lie, he's just existing, and he's still dominating the game, so we'll have to see what happens next. I don't think we're gonna get a patch anytime soon for it, so we just have to hold that. Anyways, that is all I got for this video. Thank you again for watching, guys. If you have any comments, leave it down in the comments, and once again, if you got this far, please don't forget to give me a like and a subscribe. Have a good one, guys. Peace.